Genesis is not just a story about ancient people, it is the story of God faithfully carrying his promise forward, generation by generation. After God calls Abraham and makes a covenant with him, the future of that promise now rests with his son Isaac. Genesis chapter 24 through 26 show us something foundational. God does not leave his promises to chance. He actively guides, protects, and advances his plan, even through ordinary decisions and quiet moments of faith. Abraham is now old, and the promise of God must continue through Isaac. But Isaac has no wife. So Abraham sends his servant on a long journey to find a woman, not from the surrounding nations, but from his own people. Before taking a single step, the servant prays. He does not ask for luck, he asks for guidance. He asks that the woman God has chosen will respond with kindness, humility, and generosity. At a well in a foreign land, the prayer is answered with remarkable precision. Rebekah arrives. She offers water not only to the servant, but also to his camels. A small act of kindness reveals a willing heart. This is not coincidence. This is God quietly guiding his promise forward. Genesis shows that God's faithfulness often works through simple obedience and prayerful trust. Covenant continues, not through force, but through faith. Isaac and Rebekah have twin sons, Esau and Jacob. From the beginning, the brothers are different. Esau is impulsive and driven by appetite. Jacob is calculated, patient, and ambitious. One day, Esau trades his birthright for a single meal. This moment is small, but its meaning is massive. Esau treats God's blessing lightly. Jacob desires it deeply, even if his methods are flawed. God had already declared that the promise would pass through Jacob, not because Jacob is better, but because God's purposes move according to his grace, not human strength. This tension sets the stage for what comes next. A famine strikes the land, just as it did in Abraham's time. Isaac faces a familiar crossroads. But God speaks clearly to him. Do not go down to Egypt. God promises to be with Isaac and to confirm the covenant made with Abraham. Once again, the promise is not earned, it is upheld by God's faithfulness. Isaac settles among the Philistines, where God blesses him abundantly. But blessing brings opposition. The wells Isaac's servants dig are repeatedly filled in by others. Instead of fighting back, Isaac moves forward, again and again. He names the wells with meaning: conflict, opposition, and finally peace. Genesis shows us something powerful here. God's promise does not advance through force, but through trust. God makes room for Isaac because Isaac makes room for God. Genesis chapters 24 through 26 reveal a quiet truth. God is always at work, even when he seems silent. Through prayer at a well, through a choice made over a meal, through patience in the face of opposition, God is guiding his promise forward. Not through perfect people, not through loud miracles, but through faith. But the story is far from over. Jacob's desire for the blessing will soon lead him down a path of deception, exile, and transformation. In the next video, we'll see how God wrestles with Jacob, not to destroy him, but to change him, because God doesn't just guide his promise, he transforms the people who carry it. If this teaching helped you see Scripture more clearly, subscribe to Godly Insights for more Bible-centered teaching. And remember, the same God who guided his promise then is still guiding lives today. God bless.